enough is enough. Listen. I don't care what position you're playing. I don't care who you are on the depth chart. Do you remember 2017? If you do, then please remember this one thing. Next man up, right? Next man up mentality everywhere. Like, where is the spark outside of Carson Wentz leading back-to-back drives to try and win a game, only to come short to a drop, a fumble, a penalty that he cannot control? I don't care what you say about Carson. I don't care what your opinion is on Carson and how much you would rather want Foles or somebody else at the quarterback position. This next man up mentality, or whatever the hell you want to call it, needs to kick in now. All right? Because it's ridiculous when you I know it's been 5 hours since the game ended. It's 9 o'clock now when I'm recording and uploading this, but it's ridiculous to think that a 5-year veteran in Alshon Jeffrey, or pardon that, no way, and Nelson Aguilar is out here causing fumbles and dropping easy passes that normally, at least out of the last 2 seasons, he's completing from both Wentz and Foles alike. It doesn't make sense to me. And of course, you're a rookie, right? You're going to make some mistakes. But you fumble on one run. And you're very fortunate and thankful that you got it back, right? Of course. The next time you get handed off the ball, you fumble again. Clearly you did not take into consideration, maybe I should hold on to the ball. Maybe I should protect it a little better. No, you didn't. Because, regardless of being a rookie or not, the number one thing a running back does is protect the football when they're running with it, okay? Doesn't matter if you're a rookie or not. That's something that you learn day one. I'm not a football player. I played for 1 year when I was a youngin', all right? When I was a young kid. I didn't play running back. I was a defensive lineman, for starters. I was not a freaking running back like Miles Sanders. I'm not that kind of guy. But those are the kind of plays that are going to see you get sat down on the bench and put in somebody else that should be playing over you in Jordan Howard. That's number 2. And number 3, where's the defensive push? Where the hell is Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox and Vinny Curry? Where the hell are our defensive linemen that, even with the injuries to Tim Jernigan and Malik Jackson, you still got a pretty good defensive front four, right? I mean, linebackers a little shoddy. You got Nate Gary that's starting a lot of games, and then you have Nigel Bradham. Both of those, they're not bad, and the linebackers haven't even been doing bad in general. The pass rush from our starting 4, injuries or not, has not gotten the job done. Malcolm Jenkins had a free shot on a sack that he missed early on, but he still disrupted the guy. Got to Matt Stafford, I almost said Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, and disrupted the play. Our defensive front 4 hasn't done anything, especially in this one particular game against the Lions. They did not do anything to get to this guy. And I said in my early video, let's not try to overreact or let's whatever, but it's no, I'm gonna react a little bit now because let's face the facts. And I mean, it's time to face the facts. We should all know this. This team, regardless of injuries, is a really good team. Or not really good team. They're a good team. They have the talent needed to win a football game, especially against teams like the Falcons and the Lions. Can they beat the Packers? I believe they can. But it's up to them to really decide if they want it or not. Because I don't care what you say. Matt Collins, what you said on Friday was bullshit. You cannot be saying, I'd rather play special teams than be a starting wide receiver. If you want it to be that, if you want to be a special teams player, go tell the coach. Go tell the coach I'd rather sit on my ass and do nothing to help my team win. Because guess what? You showed up today, but your 2 pass interference plays, not going to cut it. Nelson Aguilar talking about, oh yeah, I know I made mistakes. I promise that I won't do them again. Does them again the next week. Words don't mean anything when you're not showing everybody that you mean what you say. Remember that. Because you're not giving us what we expect from you, especially off of a rebound. Yeah, you had 2 touchdowns in the second half after dropping a pass that could have converted and kept the drive going early on in the game, and then the fumble in the second quarter that gave the Lions a 20-10 lead. Bro, those 2 touchdowns, yes, they helped us get back 27-24. But imagine if you didn't drop that pass early on. Imagine if you hadn't have fumbled early on. What would have happened? Oh, at least a bare minimum 3 points on both drives, right? Thought so. Eagles need to wake up. And to anybody who comes to or who argues against Carson Wentz and not against, I don't know, the wide receivers that are dropping the balls like Dallas Goedert, Nelson Aguilar, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Matt Collins, you guys are truly blind idiots. Because guess what? Carson Wentz is the least of our problems today. Or he's been the least of our problems. So, time to open your eyes. Time for the Eagles to get back into the swing of things. Because guess what? You're playing Green Bay in 3 days. 3.5 days now. And do you really think that the way you're playing right now, you're going to be able to beat them? I believe, and guess what? I will pick the Eagles again to win, and I'll say it now, and I'm going to talk more about it tomorrow. The Eagles will win 24-17 against the Packers, and I'll talk about why. But I need to see them actually do it. I need to see them do what I know that they can do, injuries or not. And it's time to stop being a bunch of bitches and give us something. Because guess what? The Cowboys can keep winning the easy games all they want. As long as we make the playoffs, we'll have a better chance than them. But we actually need to win the games to get us into that playoff, into that postseason. Because if we don't, then what the fuck? What are we doing? That's the truth right there.